So allow me to introduce the last and final panel, Healing Yemen from War, Messages from Nobel Prize Laureates. I'm going to introduce our distinguished presenter for today. Ghida Fakhry, who you met a few minutes ago, is a presenter at TRT World. She hosts the network's flagship political program from Washington, D.C., Bigger Than Five. She's also the moderator for the Doha debates. She was previously lead anchor for Jazeera English, presenting the network's News Hour and award-winning program Witness. She has reported extensively from the United Nations, conducted interviews with heads of states and heads of government and international officials, and moderates high-level panels at the United Nations, the World Bank, and leading NGOs. She's a contributor to the Huffington Post, where she writes primarily on U.S. foreign policy and global affairs. Please join me in welcoming Ghida Fakhry.
Thank you very much indeed for that kind introduction, Dalia, and thank you all very much for being here. It is a pleasure to welcome you all to this session, the final session of the day, on Healing Yemen from War, Messages from the Nobel Peace Laureates. I'm deeply honored, actually, to be sharing the stage with these four distinguished Nobel Peace Laureates. Yemen, as we all know, and we've been talking about this all day today, has been called the worst humanitarian crisis in the world, an overwhelming humanitarian calamity, the worst place on earth for children. And these are descriptions that have been made by senior United Nations officials. Yemen has also been a place where the youth has been described as a lost generation, victims of violence, war, and famine. The war continues and the statistics continue to get worse. More than 20 million Yemenis, 2/3 of the population, do not have access to food. 14 million have been pushed to the brink of famine. 2.5 million internally displaced. 3 million Yemeni youth, perhaps many more, unemployed. And these numbers keep going up. And of course, let's not forget the victims of the ongoing military campaign that has been waging in the country for the past 4 or 5 years. The conflict has entered its 5th year, and there seems little sign of an end to it. But on this panel today, we want to try and explore some of the potential solutions. What needs to take place for Yemen to eventually make a transition to peace, justice, reconciliation, and reconstruction. We are indeed privileged to have with us 4 extraordinary women Nobel Peace Laureates. They are extraordinary, not because they are winners of the Nobel Peace Prize, but they have indeed won the Nobel Peace Prize because they are truly exceptional and truly special women who have all done a lot within their own countries for their causes and internationally as well. Strong advocates, strong activists who have each taken up a cause and made a significant difference. So I'm deeply honored to be here with you all today. And on the eve of International Women's Day, perhaps fitting to start talking about where women fit in nation building and peace building. So as we were saying earlier, on the eve of International Women's Day, where do women fit on the spectrum of peace building in countries that have gone through conflicts? How do these 4 women, Nobel Peace Laureates, see the situation unfolding and continuing in Yemen? What do their different experiences offer in terms of ideas and solutions as Yemen tries to emerge from its current predicament?